Yeah, I was coming because I have good news. I went to my doctor yesterday, and they gave me an ultrasound to check the baby's neck right in here to see if the baby had Down syndrome. If it measured um, about 3 centimeters, it's supposed to measure 1 centimeter because I'm 13 weeks. But they said if it measured 3 centimeters, then that meant that it was Down syndrome. So the baby measured 1 centimeter, which made it be a negative for that, which I was like, thank God. And when I say that, don't take it wrong to people who have children with Down syndrome or disabilities. It's a lot. You see what I'm saying? And right now, my oldest is just 7 months. So that means when I had this baby, my baby would be a year. You know what I'm saying? Be about a year and be about a year and 2 months, going on 3. So, I just don't want to have, I don't want to have a lot on me. You see what I'm saying? Because it's already going to be kind of a lot with having a 1-year-old and a newborn. So, I mean, that would have been kind of, it would have been a challenge. I'm going to say that. So it's no shot at nobody that has children with Down syndrome or whatever, but God knows some people can handle that. He may feel that I can't handle that, but right now, they gave me a hereditary test where they took my blood to make sure I don't have anything that I could pass down to the baby from my family. So that they're going to discuss with me next time I come back. So I'm glad, because last time when I was pregnant, I went to the doctor at 5 months. So I didn't get a chance to do none of this. But the blessing is that nothing was wrong. You see what I'm saying? Nothing went, some things went awry, but, the only difference is with that is that it might have went awry. It kind of went awry, but it wasn't nothing like serious. He just had to stay in the hospital for like a month and a half, and he had to take medication, and so I'm grateful to God for my baby. I'm grateful that it was a minor thing, and I trust God the way that I trusted God to heal my body. I already trust God to heal my son's body. And I don't give him the medication that they prescribed for him. I was giving it to him, but I don't give it to him anymore because I had a bad experience when I went down to get him a follow-up last time we went, like several months back. I was supposed to went in January to get a checkup for him. He had went down, and in December they told me to come back. No, it was December. They told me to come back, and I was supposed to went in December, and they told me to come back. What kind of specials y'all get? Hello?
You said what now?
I said, what kind of specials do y'all have? Like a 2 for $6, 2 for $5? Y'all got something like that? Never mind, because she acting like she don't hear me. I ain't got time for that. Nigga, I just asked a simple question. Never mind. Because I ain't got time for that. I just asked her. But anyway, yeah, so So yeah. So when I went down there, I took my son. It said have a follow up on January. I think it was January 5th. So I took him down there. His last one was in December of last year. And I went to that, and they always check his liver or whatever, and take blood or whatever. So this particular time was they were supposed to do a follow-up on January 5th. They told us come do a follow-up. Went to take him to do a follow-up. Y'all, they didn't even have him on the schedule. When they gave me a paper telling me to come do a follow-up on the 5th of January, they didn't even have that for us to go in and get him seen. So I'm asking, and they're telling me now we supposed to have went down on the 28th, but we went down on the 18th of December to go down to get his, because she said it was something elevated in his, liver. So what we did was we went down to, to there, and when we went down on the 18th, we went back on January 5th, and what made me upset was the fact that I got down there, I'm coming from like an hour away, had to take off for work to go get him, and knowing I was just going back to work in December, so I couldn't. Let me see, when did I go back to work? I think I had went back to work around November. Then we had Thanksgiving and all that, so I was out. But coming back, I worked the whole month of December. You see what I'm saying? I only had been back to work for a month, so I'm having to take off of work to go take him. Have to have somebody to drive me down there so I can send to him an hour away down in Durham to Duke Hospital. So we get down there, and the people are looking like, you know, he ain't on the schedule. He was supposed to came on this day, and I'm like, no, somebody from this office called me and told me to come down here on the 18th. We switched it because they said there were some, they seen some things elevated in his liver. So the lady went back and checked and everything. She said, well, let me go back. And she checked on the computer and everything. She kept telling me, no, you supposed to came on the 25th. You wasn't supposed to have come. You wasn't supposed to come right now. You were supposed to be here. And I kept telling her, look, no, we came on the 18th. You see what I'm saying? I said, they even draw blood. So it has to be in y'all system that he came on the 18th. There's record that he came on the 18th. Y'all, these people piss me off so bad, because here I am trying to be a Christian, trying to stay calm, and she swore up and down that it wasn't on there. So the lady went to go talk to the doctor, her nurse, not the one that was at the front desk taking the information. She goes back there, and I don't really know what all was said, but all I know is that they were trying to swear up and down that, he didn't come in, this and that. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, he didn't come in. Y'all telling me he didn't come in. But clearly, me and his father brought him here on the 18th. You see what I'm saying? And when anybody with common sense know, when they take blood, it's recorded. You understand what I'm saying? They have to record every visit. It was recorded that he came on the 18th of December instead of the 20. I think it was like the 28th he was supposed to win. And so they sent me a paper. They didn't give me an appointment time or whatever, but it said follow up January 5th. So I'm taking him down, because with common sense, when they say follow up, meaning you take your butt down there. You see what I'm saying? You go down there when they say a follow-up. You see what I'm saying? Because it's telling you to bring your child back. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't playing with that because he had, it had to do with his liver, so I wasn't trying to play with that. And, so after she come from the back talking to the doctor or whatever, she's telling me, oh, ma'am, you know, I'm sorry, but we can squeeze you in. But he wasn't on the schedule. He was supposed to came blase time in December. And I'm telling him, like, no. Me and his father brought him down here on the 18th. And see, this is why I stopped taking him to Duke, and this is why I stopped giving him the medication. And you have to be very, very careful with these doctors, because they gave me the impression at this visit that his last visit was his last visit, because you got to look at it. You got to look at how they did. They're telling me to bring a follow-up, or they telling me to come on the 5th of January as a follow-up. They took tests, blood, and ultrasound and all that on the 18th when I took him of December. Now, when I get there, they talk about they don't have him on the record. They was back there laughing. You know, the nurse and all them was back there laughing at me and laughing about the situation. So that's what had me upset, because I was like, yo, this is my child. Now, if it had something to do with me, I don't care if you laugh or not. You understand what I'm saying? It does not matter if you laugh at me, but this is my child. This is not no laughing matter. You understand what I'm saying? This has to do with my child, my baby. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not funny to me. And I feel like after this visit, I feel like I was not taking him back down there, because I really felt like that there was nothing wrong with him. You understand what I'm saying? After that last visit, I felt like that he was doing so good that he didn't have to no longer take that medicine, because the way that they did things when I went last time, they were laughing at me like something was a joke. You understand what I'm saying? And all I was doing was trying to take my son down there as they had been telling me to bring him. You understand what I'm saying? And I know how these doctors are, and the way that people doing things now, they would have said, I honestly feel in my heart that they would have sat up here and been having me give my son this medicine for a year. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to take that medicine for a year, and nothing was wrong with him. Because the way that these people acted, if it was so bad, like they were trying to say it was, then why is it that y'all back there laughing? Why is it that they didn't have him on the schedule when they clearly had me put on the paper, come back for a follow-up on the 5th of January, when I had just came on the 18th? See what I'm saying? So it's just like, to me, it's just like, it just seemed like that my son didn't have to go down there anymore, because the way that they were acting. And so I just felt at the place where I just don't take him anymore. I don't give him the medication anymore. And I said, you know what, Lord, I see what you're doing, because you healed my body. I stopped when I got sick. I took that medicine for at least 3 times. I stopped taking that medicine, and I trusted God. I wasn't even saved. I was young. I had heard about Jesus and God all my life, and I tried him, and he healed my body. So I said, you know what, Lord, I see what you're doing. I'm not going to keep giving him this medicine, and these people try to drug my child up, and you don't know what side effects this medicine may have on my child, knowing that he don't need it no more. Excuse me.
Thank you for choosing Burger King. My name is Elizabeth. How can I help you?
Yes, can I get that 2 for $6?
Yes, you can. Which sandwiches?
2 Whoppers with cheese. You can
All
add
right.
cheese.
Okay, what else for you?
Some small fries.
All right, and a small fry. Anything else for you?
2 small fries.
2 2 small fries.
Yes.
Okay. Can I complete your order?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll pull around to the window for your total, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I felt like he didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm going to trust God because God knows best. And these doctors will have people taking medications and things, and there's nothing wrong with them anymore. They won't tell them. And I felt like they weren't going to play. They won't use my son as no guinea pig, because at the end of the day, if it was all like that, y'all wouldn't act like that. You understand what I'm saying?
How are you today?
I'm pretty good in yourself.
Good. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome your drink. Okay, is it a small, medium, or large meal? Okay, anything else for you today? Thank you so much. 938, please pull around. Thank you. All right, 901. Pull around to the front. I got you coming.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I just felt like, and so my fiance didn't ask me for a while about my son and his medicine. So he asked me the other day, and I told him I was going to trust God. The same way that I trust God to heal my body, I was going to trust God to heal his body. And I stopped giving it to him, and I've been trusting God, and he's been doing good. And something that I did too, recently, his immunizations, I stopped giving him his immunizations. We don't give him, he got one when he left the hospital, but we stopped giving him his immunizations. We don't give him that. I went to his doctor and had them sign a paper saying that I will not give him immunizations.